What's up, guys? So in this video I wanted to cover a topic that I've talked with a few people about, and I'm going to be comparing Zapier versus Airtable Automations. So Airtable, earlier this year, they released internal automations just within Airtable, and they've been slowly adding more and more apps. And then Zapier, similar to like Integromat, they connect with literally so many apps. And I'm just going to compare some of the pros, the cons, the features, the pricing, some of the differences, the benefits, etc. of these two softwares. So if you haven't met me before, my name is Ben Green. I'm the owner of optimizeis, and what we do is we help business owners, maybe just like you, optimize their information systems. So systems with communication systems like Slack, project management like Asana, asset management like Airtable, or like SEO, social media with Airtable. And if you're interested in that, there's a link in the description to request a consultation from me or someone on my team. But without further ado, we'll get right into the comparison right now. All right, so as you can see over here, we have the pricing, and this is for Airtable, and I'll show Zapier in a second, but I do want to compare some of the features just at the most basic level for what you're paying for, how many automations you get to run, and then I'll go into more of the like user experience and some of the triggers you get in the actual apps. So this first here is Airtable Automations. Now, I personally am on the $20 Pro plan. This is, I think, the best value plan. You get 50,000 runs per month with the automations. And so that really, it doesn't matter how many triggers you have or how many automations you have, you get, in your whole workspace, you get a total of 50,000, which I think is amazing. You can actually have unlimited bases. So you could have 10 bases and each base gets 5,000 automations. And so that's super useful. And for this video, that's all I'm really gonna cover because that's the only thing you need to know for the pricing. $20 a month. If you do go down to like the $10 a month, then you'll get the 5,000. But for just paying twice that, you can get 10 times that back in the automations. And they also offer 100 for free per month. Now for Zapier, if you're paying that same $20, this is all you get in automations is you get 750 tasks per month. So 50,000 compared to 750 per month just for automations is what this pricing looks like. And maybe I do need to move my screen a little bit here, but if you're only paying this $20, that's really not very many compared to Airtable. Now, there's a caveat in that in all of the apps that you can connect with Zapier, and that's really what Zapier unlocks you is they unlock you to thousands of different apps, which Airtable doesn't. They just, I'll show it in a second, but they only offer like a certain selection of maybe 8 to 10 apps that you can connect with right now, but I anticipate that expanding in the future. And that's really all you need to know. So it's 750. Also in Airtable, another benefit just outside of the automations is with that $20 a month, you get all of Airtable's other features, and you get like priority, like apps, coloring, custom forms, personal locked views. You get all of these. You get all of the best features, unless you're going enterprise, which costs like $3,000 per month or more, and it's just really expensive. This is like a great value for just that $20 if you pay yearly, $20 a month, $24 if you don't. But that's the pricing. So you get 750 tasks for $19 in Zapier, or 50,000 tasks per month with $20 in Airtable. Now, I did want to point out the limitations of Airtable. And I know I briefly mentioned this before, but what Zapier allows you to do is they allow you to connect to tons and tons of apps, thousands of apps. They all have their API connections already set up, completely no code. It's brilliant, actually, the way it all works. And I personally love it. I use both, full transparency, right now. And I'm trying to move more and more of my stuff into Airtable for this reason, because it's cheaper. You can get that 50,000 automations per month. You can use Airtable for all of the apps that you can connect it with, and then use Zapier for the ones you can't, and it's going to bring down the number of tasks per month that you use in Zapier. And if you really want to really shift between them, I know some people, they're pretty picky and they like all of their stuff in one place, which is completely okay. It's great for organization, a little bit easier to track that way, but it does run a little bit higher of a cost. So the triggers, there's less triggers than actions available for like integrations. So there's only 6 here for Airtable. Now there's 6 apps that are connected. You can have, some of these have like more than one, specifically just Airtable. So if you guys have watched the channel, my favorite one is always this one. but for the action, they have some more. So they have integrated a few more things like Facebook pages, Twitter, Jira, and all of these other ones. So I think these are great. They're definitely moving in the direction of getting a lot more integrations similar to Zapier and Integromat, but I don't think that's never going to be their one thing. So my thoughts with this comparison are, you should be using Airtable Automations as much as you can with the apps that they provide. But I do think a Zapier or an Integromat integration is still going to be necessary in your business to really take it to that next level. Like, you don't want to not be paying for something if it's going to save you that much time, like 10x per month. So I really do think that they're both valuable and they both have their sweet spots. So like Airtable is a great database, and to be able to do some of these automations in here and just still have it no code, very easy for business owners to understand and really everybody to understand once they understand the basic trigger and action setup. It's amazing. And as long as you document, like I would say at the base level, all of your Zapier integrations, then you're going to be golden, and you're going to be able to keep track. Okay, this one's in Airtable, this one's not in Airtable, this one's in Zapier, this one's in Integromat, this one's Airtable Automations. So if I had to choose one, I would still choose Zapier. I would choose Zapier because it connects with so many other things. Like I can't go without integrating Calendly with Airtable, and I can't go without a few other apps integrating with Airtable or with Stripe or with some of my other systems and client systems. So Airtable is not quite a standalone automation software yet, but they do definitely have a lot of robustness that they've built out just within these past, like I would say, 6 months. So definitely go check them out. Go check out it's just as easy to use as Zapier or Integromat, maybe even a little bit easier to understand than those because you have the database already in here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on like whether Airtable Automations are better, whether Zapier Automations are better, or if you're an Integromat nerd, throw that in the comments too. I love Integromat nerds. So I'm really curious, throw that in the comments. And if you're curious about learning more about Airtable Automations, you can actually go check out this video right here in the end screen, and you can learn all about how to automate emails in Airtable. It'll give you like a whole approval process. You'll be able to learn how to automate all your emails in Airtable. If you're sending it out of Airtable, this will obviously be very useful. So even if you're just using Zapier, go check this out. You can use a similar process. I actually go through that at the end of the video on how to do this in Zapier, but go check out that video in the end screen right there, and have a great day, and just go click that video, and I'll see you in the next one.